The news.
To cast the news, I am Agnes Nakazwe. Here are the stories that are making headlines. Senior Chieftainess Chungu of Luposhi District has commended President Hakainde Hichilema for fulfilling his pledge to construct chiefs' palaces nationwide. The TTC Foundation has emphasized the need for stronger ties between charitable organizations, politicians, and the church. A 9-year-old girl of Mazabuka District was yesterday defiled by an ex-convict identified as Victor Mavevo. Minister of Youth, Sport and Arts Helvis Nkandu has further reaffirmed government's commitment to supporting youth participation in diverse sports. Details shortly.
The news. 88.5 Sun FM.
Senior Chieftainess Chungu of Luposhi District has commended President Hakainde Hichilema for fulfilling his pledge to construct chiefs' palaces nationwide, describing the initiative as transformative for traditional leadership. She emphasized its role in enhancing dignity and functionality, enabling leaders to better serve their communities. Her Royal Highness also praised the government's infrastructure efforts in Luposhi District, including road grading and school construction, which she noted have improved connectivity, fostered economic growth, and provided access to free education for children, paving the way for a better future.
Mali tulailo kutila tukakola mandala abotula maintenance hasho kwa efena ndelo mba sana okutila okuteko kwa weekend uko mkanepo ifipatala kuamsha misela ngwai chinde tokaji ndio napakuta sharinga tashefi kabi tutili tulelomba lelomba ko kuteko okuti batupangire kwa amalalo mulino nchengere.
During a courteous call by Northern Province Permanent Secretary Bernard Mpundu, Senior Chieftainess Chungu reaffirmed her support for government's developmental agenda and encouraged collaboration between traditional leaders and the administration for sustainable progress. Mr. Mpundu in turn lauded his decision to allocate land for a modernized central business district, which promises to enhance the region's infrastructure and economy.
But obviously there were these other unforeseeable circumstances. I'm happy that today she has indicated that the decision that we have taken as government to buffer those developers or those settlers who are within the CBD, so much that we regularize their stay there, that is very good. Nobody should be displaced. People continue living there. People continue doing and living their normal lives as they have been. So you as a local authority, as a district, let's now go full throttle in those areas and develop.
The TTC Foundation has emphasized the need for stronger ties between charitable organizations, politicians, and the church. Foundation Executive Director Taylor Sichinga paid a courteous call on the Nazareth Women's Group at Kabushi Catholic Church during the Kenneth Kaunda Day, where he highlighted the role of the church in community decision-making. TTS Kabushi Foundation founder Taylor Sichinga spent the Kenneth Kaunda Day with members of the Nazareth Women's Group at Kabushi Catholic Church. During the courteous call, Mr. Sichinga stressed the importance of collaboration between charitable organizations, politicians, and the church, noting the church's vital influence in shaping community decisions.
So if we have a Taylor Sichinga Foundation, mbombere Yesu yakuomana bana mawe ngefini. Ngabana azo etinge fine neko ento tuombana ifu. Neko etaranta rezatu pe. Ngapera batila chira muntu netaranta lyako. Wateta abashana balantu, ara ombesha chashanja pamona bana na fyashwezo. It's better so mwana banazo etinge fine.
Special advisor to the chair lady of the Nazareth group, Naomi Patakoshi, expressed appreciation for the visit. She called on politicians and public figures to emulate Mr. Schinga's approach by engaging with everyone, particularly faith-based groups.
Kuli mumwe bambi mwabashereko mwitina namombe kuti mwabeta mwalanda nabo mwaikala nabo akashita mwalanchana nkongo mwana wenu akwate mulimo imo isuma iyakulombera kisondelose amachechi yonse takwata poka kuti yakwati nyabada abafenika peka fe kupepererana atotera mkwairesa pale nemilimo na vyonse vyapekeni akonka yepo.
And representing the members, Nathan Deke shared the group's excitement over the visit, saying the engagement has already brought positive results for the women.
Emkwaye chikalamba fe twachibana boko batulesi batupempole kali muno bushiko kuba kwa batubushiko bwa holiday abengita bere kunchito bambi na kumasiku tabere echikalamba sanga chaji tubete fe bese batukumanyeko fe mukwaye.
The TTS Kabushi Foundation says it remains committed to working with community groups and churches to foster development and unity across Kabushi and beyond. Reporting for Sun FM TV, Agnes Nakazwe, Ndola. A 9-year-old girl of Mazabuka district was yesterday defiled by an ex-convict identified as Victor Mavevo. Brief facts of the matter are that the victim was sent to purchase something in Stage 2 compound where she encountered the suspect, who offered her 5 kwacha and lured her to his house. Once inside, Mavevo defiled the child and released her as the neighbor of the suspect observed the girl exhibiting unusual behavior. Unaware of Mavevo's status as an ex-convict, the neighbor suspected wrongdoing and confronted him about his interaction with the minor. Southern Province Commanding Officer Oxensho Daka confirmed that upon being questioned, the suspect fled the scene. Mr. Daka stated that the neighbor then alerted the victim's mother, who subsequently reported the incident to Mazabuka police station. He added that a medical report form was issued and the victim was taken to the hospital for treatment as no arrest has been made in this time. A 31-year-old woman from Mazabuka district was allegedly raped and beaten by 3 unknown men on April 26, 2025. The incident occurred around 23 hours at Nakatindi Cemetery. Brief facts of the matter are that the victim had attended the Most Day of Thunder event at Busiko grounds with her fiancé, but left alone to meet friends at another venue. She boarded an identified black private vehicle occupied by 3 male individuals who, instead of taking her to her intended destination, diverted to Nakatindi Cemetery where she was raped. Southern Province Commanding Officer Oxensho Daka confirmed the incident and stated that the police are investigating the matter. We take a short break.
Shake and sip down in your soul. What you waiting for? Come on, let's go. Shake and sip. Get up and show me how to shake and sip. Get up off your feet.
Shake things up with Shake and Sip Fruity Milk.
Shake and sip. Go, go, go. Every moment you be in the zone. Shake it up, shake it deep. It's the way to
Shake
go.
and Sip, when fresh meets fruity.
Welcome back. Minister of Youth, Sports and Arts, Helvis Nkandu, yesterday officially opened the second National Yoga Sports Championship in Lusaka. The event was held at CPSWO in Kamwala and attracted athletes, coaches, and dignitaries from both Zambia and India. In his address, Nkandu commended the Yoga Sports Federation of Zambia for successfully organizing the championship. He praised the leadership of Secretary Arts Vijavin and Acting President Rajendran Ganapati for their tireless efforts in promoting yoga as an emerging competitive sport across the country. The minister emphasized the need for Zambia to embrace new sporting disciplines alongside traditional ones such as football, athletes, and boxing. He noted that yoga does not only build physical but also fosters mental discipline, He also noted that yoga does not only build but also fosters mental discipline and inner peace qualities, he said, for the strength. Nkandu further reaffirmed government's commitment to supporting youth participation in diverse sports. He said the focus should go beyond winning medals and trophies, holistic development among the people. Before we go, this marks the end of the afternoon. Stay tuned.
The news, 88.5 Sun FM.
Oh, what a bad day.
When everything is bright and golden, the sun is shining and the mighty morning. Without my family in that moment, that day would have been a bad day.
Yeah, everyone's bad day is my bad day. But guess what? When my banja comes together, there are no bad days.
When you are there, you bring the shine.
Banja washing powder, the family detergent.
Imagine having nature's secrets to health and vitality in a bottle. Introducing Lifeway Shot Health Drink. Ginger for digestion. Beetroot for stamina. Aloe vera for skin. Tamarind for metabolism. Baobab for immune support. Lifeway Shot. Embrace wellness naturally.
Yet another great afternoon, the 28th of April 2025. This is Views on News. My name is Evans Malasha. We took a look at the stories that made headline. Senior Chieftainess Chunga of Limposhi has commended President Hakainde Hichilema for fulfilling his pledge to construct chiefs' palaces nationwide. The Titi's Foundation has emphasized the need for stronger ties between charitable organizations, politicians, and the church. A 9-year-old girl of Mazabuka district was yesterday, April 27th, 2025, defiled by an ex-convict identified as Victor Mambobo. A 31-year-old woman from Kazungula district was allegedly raped and beaten by 3 unknown men on April 26th, 2025. And in sports, Minister of Youth, Sports and Acts, Elvis Nkandu, has further reaffirmed government's commitment to supporting youth participation in decisive device sports. 0955-855-953 is the number you are calling us on this particular afternoon with your views on news. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Ibas Marasha.
I'm good. How are you, Mr. Charles Mope?
I'm good also. Therefore, I said when I'm where my job 9 years over 35, when I'm where I will and I wish share. Where you are going? Ishaka Jumutango was why is that? When if the money you got a Macapari Matifaira, Batinsia. Wow. The good Amazdi, Amazdi, I'm a Matifaira, Show Passion, Mumpashaman Shani. When if they were in the money. Vale valonga femia keshingi eka toka kwa ale formula basa wakale ichi wakola chichi bapamika ogelesa mtangwe then ya bachifu batasha kuti vati government yayo ile bapangira ma policies na bachifu ukuteko vawo bombera filipe bwino nomba yana bachifu vale ishiko ko bati na bena bekacha bapala byo kuna bena ko afirisho bena nga bawumpa bwino batasha ngaba mebale chula bena. Thank you so much.
Thank you. 0955-855-953. That is the number you are calling us on this particular afternoon. It has views on news. Good afternoon.
Levokolanda poena wakendifawa mwana wa 9 years. I think wakasune. Bewake busy na propose amendment to constitution ya nama cyber crime. Wao waleisha virus ingire mubantu nomba mchalo ya batifaila. Bate speed up wangu ifunde. So batifaila. Bagwata paguperera. Noti wale landa vira wale landa wale tubepo vyato na tuwaisa vevwe. Kata wa anavane mastermind wa gasing apa vile ya veda mwisho wa gasing nomba papone na yama kifaira bapose kwa ama games hata tuliafa mcharo cheso ombeni po wanteri wantem.
All right, thank you. 0955-855-953. That is the number you're calling us on this afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Vivan. Somba shani.
Ntomba fo bino barishana bana mapala.
Awe sibino nana senda kofio ino mwana bachefe mwanjini pashiwashani mwanjini kachomo sanjila yangu lifundiria cyane bale fwa babiki aba bantu bale ikata bakaka kye byake kwa timuliro lyali lyambuka tamba bana twala bafunga cyane abana balakula cyane imitikula yempanga ishine empanga ekyakuteka cyo bale tema ola nomba bana bakakula cyane aba awe funde likose kofi bale yatanga bamwikata noti bamumona fona kabiri yawe ayirira leso finya ya mkutucha tepa chipiri okuba abana bachula abana bano abana kachi twaika cyane kweba fiati nabana aba batu wafo buteko twa papa vera bana umwe wabantu wa turi bonse bayivanye
totela 0955-855-953. That is the number you are calling us on this particular afternoon. It is the Monday edition of Views on News. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm great, Mr. Sakala. How are you?
This okay, how are you, dear?
I'm great, thanks. Long time.
Just imagine.
Please do go ahead.
On the chief's palace, that's a new program for the chiefs. This program was rescued by MMD. A few chiefs then treated, but when I was even break them vehicles. Because before that, you could even see chiefs driving openly on a road, an open track. That is, it got them some vehicles to use. And then to fly out, I think government should concentrate on amending the law on letting the fighters and all those destructions, the criminals. There should be no bail for them, no bail. If most of these fighters, they do it and go back to their homes, waiting for trial and so on. But at the end of the day, they don't feel the peace. So it should be like those who are found in Jamba, Mada, Rizal, and so on. Not there, not our parents there or you. See the market. And if anything, we should also go further. Like Kata, like Taco Vic. The popular picture of Nana Manchester that these are the guys who are decided. Maybe things will stop with this.
Thank you very much. 0955 855 953. That is the number you are calling us on this particular afternoon. It's Monday edition of Views on News. It's 0955 855 953 is the number you are calling us on. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, boss.
Great, thanks. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm very well.
Who am I talking to?
Mr. X from Shirome.
Please do go ahead.
Yeah, ndande kwenye ya kupangira maparasa amachisi ya government ya sire monekate barebo mbaba government at least amachips naye nokuyapangira koshashini vene tambako nangwa tumwe filmu ya Nigeria at least amachips bambi tabai karabuno amanda tamunika buno sisi ngamapangira kwa yene at least the ceremony of our government and then Pama defiers are defiers but if I at least Moavika and Party Fast Strike or the cinema Funyako no bail no shan. So I think a moment Catarero Pamandi. When is the arched up here court? Wangu at least the Mulevaka and I'm at 2020 Kurusaram Kujere Mamanaka. Ero pari vada ovare funyama pardon. Na vena kuba funyapa vanoti no kureva funyaba ma defiers. So government, what does government pama parasa ya? Popok. Karasava stara. Weko boss.
Thank you. 0955 855 953 is the number you are calling us on this particular afternoon. It is Views on News Monday edition. Of course, these are stories that were run in our community news bulletin, of course, casted by Agnes. 0955 855 953. Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon, my brother.
I'm great, thanks. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. You are speaking to Mr. Sakara from Karwe.
Please do go ahead.
Yes. Let me comment on the issue of this defiler. I'm telling you, my brother, it's very unfortunate, and the Zambians need to hold our fingers together and work together. When you have a child, you have seen that this time is not whether free. For example, like carry, for example, 19 hours. When you are sending a young girl at home from the age of 9 years somewhere, maybe about hello.
Yeah, we can get you.
Some meters away, 100 meters away from your house. It's very dangerous. Because these people you have, they are criminals. They are dangerous, in fact. And it's quite unfortunate that he is an ex-prisoner. I don't know if he served his sentence or maybe he was just sent the pardon. So what we are requesting from the government, again, from the president side and from the correction side, those people which they choose that the president has to pardon them, they have to make sure that they scrutinize properly. And to me, I wouldn't accept that those people decided to be among those people who are supposed to be released on the parole. No, they are not supposed to be released. In fact, we are requesting the parliament to make sure that there is even the laws that these people decided they shouldn't be given a bail out or police bond is supposed to be cancelled. And we request as a country, as myself, Mr. Sakala, I'm requesting for them to be jailed life imprisonment. That's what they're supposed to be. Because we have knowledge on those people. But yes, coming to the chief tenancy, it's a welcome move. When something good has happened and a person has done something good, you need to appreciate. That's the Zambian.
A real Zambian has to appreciate, or even you have given something from someone, you have to appreciate. So it's a welcome move, and it's a good lesson for the chief to appreciate, and the followers, the community people, they will also learn to appreciate if they have been blessed by something from someone. So right. Thank you, Chief. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Mr. Sakala. 0955-855-953. That is the number you're calling us on. That is the Monday edition of Views on News. You give us your thoughts in regards to the stories that we did look at in our community afternoon news at 16. We do have a few more minutes before we wrap up today's edition of Views on News. You can still participate by giving us a call. Good afternoon. Hello? Hello?
Good afternoon.
Good, thanks. How are you? I'm good, thanks. How are you? Chirijangen, please do go ahead.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. 0955-855-953. That is the number you are calling me on this particular afternoon. It is a Monday edition of Views on News. It's 0955-855-953. We'll definitely have a recap of the stories that made headlines before we wrap up today's edition of Views on News. But you can still participate by giving us a call on 0955-855-953. It is Monday, the 28th of April, 2025. Good afternoon.
Hello, bwana mjani.
Turife bwino mkwai barishani ni bani ni kwisa bareto mina.
Oh, nebo mukuma ku tulira bombo kono.
Mkwai bakonka nyepo.
Umuchezikile kuibantu kile kitama dipa. Nisa wale kipaida kile. Bantu vile wanawefana baiki. Takobo kula bomshaba chaba nono so. Na wakati supermarket ya kutoa ula kwa vile basuke basi kitaula. Na totela bombe bwini.
Totela. Well, we could hear in the background that he really wasn't waiting to connect, and finally he did, and we aired out his particular view. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Please do go ahead, though you're quite a bit low. Touch 0955-855-953. That is the number you are calling us on this particular afternoon. It is Views on News. I think I do have under 2 minutes. I can pick one or two more calls before we call it a wrap for today's edition of Views on News. Do come through and let me know what your thoughts are. Giving me a call on 0955-855-953. It is the Monday edition of Views on News, April the 28th, 2025. 0955-855-953. I think we take a look at the stories that made headlines as we have a recap. Senior Chieftaincy Chunga of Lumposhi has commended President Hakainde Hichilema for fulfilling his pledge to construct chiefs' palaces nationwide. The TT's foundation has emphasized the need for stronger ties between charitable organizations, politicians, and the church. A 9-year-old girl of Mazabuka district yesterday, April 27, 2025, defiled by an ex-convict identified as Victor Mambo. A 31-year-old woman from Kazungula district was allegedly raped and beaten by 3 unknown men on April 26th, 2025. In sports, Minister of Youth, Sports and Arts, Elvis Mkandu, has further reaffirmed the government's commitment to supporting youth participation in device sports. Those are the stories we have for you today's edition of Views on News. Do stay listening for more on the drive.